Good evening, hockey fans, and we welcome you to GoViants.tv's broadcast of Manhattanville College men's hockey. Tonight, the Viants will welcome in ECAC West foe, the Stevenson University Mustangs. Good evening, folks. Ty Snagler along with Casey Sherman coming to you live from Playland Ice Casino, located in Rye, New York, home of the Manhattanville College men's and women's ice hockey teams. Final home game of the regular season for the Manhattanville College men's hockey teams as it's senior day along with alumni day here at Playland Ice Casino as they honor those 5 seniors for Manhattanville, which include Tegan Waugh, Nolan Marshall, Adam Platt, Phil Dinner, and Tanner Hicks. Viants looking for their second consecutive victory as they wrap up their 7-game homestand, taking again on the Mustangs. Viants are 1-0 all-time against Stevenson. The only time these two teams met up was earlier this season, and it was a 5-1 victory for Manhattanville. Adam Platt with a hat trick in the game. Tanner Hicks had 2 assists. Mark Bowen, the lone goal for the Mustangs. And before we get to meet the Mustangs, special Senior Day announcement here at Playland Ice Casino as we'll honor those 5 seniors. So we'll take a quick break here on GoViants.tv as we honor the 5 seniors for Manhattanville College men's hockey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Manhattanville Viants along with the NCAA, welcome you here to the Playland Ice Casino. Tonight's game is an ECAC West Division battle, featuring a matchup of the Stevenson Mustangs, facing off against your Manhattanville Viants. Fans, before tonight's starting lineups, the Manhattanville Department of Athletics would like to recognize the 5 senior members of the Manhattanville men's hockey class of 2017. This year's senior class has averaged over 10 wins per season over the last 4 years, reaching the ECAC West tournament semifinals in 2 of their first 3 seasons, and in line to host another conference tournament game this year as well. Our 5 graduated seniors have succeeded on the ice, combining for 63 goals, 123 assists for 186 points, to go with 492 penalty minutes. With all 5 players recording at least 28 points in their careers entering today, the quintet also has worked hard in the classroom, combining for an average cumulative GPA of 3.78. So now let's meet the 5 senior members of the Manhattanville men's hockey class of 2017. From Dallas, Texas, number 34, Phil Dinner. From Calgary, Alberta, number 28, Tanner Hicks. From Toronto, Connecticut, assistant captain, number 18, Adam Platt. From Toronto, Alberta, co-captain, number 20, Nolan Marshall. And from the name of British Columbia, co-captain, number 8, Tegan Waugh. Fans, have a big round of applause for the Manhattanville men's hockey class of 2017.
Congratulations to those 5 seniors as it's been 4 great years here for Manhattanville College men's hockey, hoping to continue their season as they enter ECAC West play and head to the tournament. And speaking of the ECAC West, like to take a look at the standings. Utica is so far on top with 18 points, followed by Hobart and Manhattanville tied with 14. Hobart does have a game in hand. Nazareth and Newman each with 10, Stevenson 9, Elmira 4, Lebanon Valley with 1, and an update, Lebanon Valley defeating Newman earlier today. So a big surprise there in ECAC play as Lebanon Valley defeating the Knights. So as we get to meet both teams first, for the Stevenson University Mustangs, they come in 9-10-2 on the year. And in ECAC West play, they are 4-6-1. A first-year program, you wouldn't guess that by their record. Their last 3 games have gone to overtime where they're 1-2. They average 3 goals a game on 30 shots while giving up 3 goals on 36 shots. They're led by junior Mike Davis. He leads the team in assists with 13, tied for second on the team in goals with 8, and leads team in points with 21. Nick Bohati, youth, leads team in goals with 9, has 5 assists, third on team points in 14. And junior Doug Rose, second on team assists with 10, has 2 goals, and 5th on team in points with 12. Some of those names you do recognize: Rose, Davis, along with Jordan Watt, all Newman transfers as they follow head coach Dominic Dawes from Newman to Stevenson. And we'll take a look at Manhattanville starters and their players to watch following the national anthem. National anthem played. We're just about to get underway here as Manhattanville takes on Stevenson. Valiant's 11-9-1 on the year, 7-3 in ECAC West action. They've won 3 of their last 4. And as we mentioned, wrapping up their 7-game homestand as they are 3-2-1 in the first 6 contests. Valiant scored just under 4 goals a game on 31 shots while giving up 3 goals on 25 shots. Players to watch tonight for Manhattanville include Matt Lippa. Lippa, the sophomore, 2 straight games with a goal. First on team in goals with 12, first in points with 19. And also take a look out for the Platt brothers as they are both second on the team in goals with 9 apiece. Adam Platt tied for second in assists with 9. And Brian Platt, 4 straight games with a goal. And we're officially underway here from Playland Ice Casino as the Valiants take on the Mustangs here in ECAC West play. I'm joined by Casey Shermick. And Casey, we talked about before the game, taking a quick look at the stats, you would expect a high-scoring game, but this year, anytime we come in expecting a high-scoring game, it seems like it's a low-scoring game. You think games maybe Manhattanville will cruise. They are in a dogfight, in games where, you know, the Valiants might have a tough time against a team. They do pretty well, so kind of expecting the unexpected here tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty much been the tale all season. Just like you said, we're going up against nationally ranked opponents with some strong defenses. They usually come away with, 3-4 goals in those contests. Then there's games like last night where, a team towards the bottom of the standings, like Lebanon Valley, Manhattanville, just struggling a little bit, falling flat in the second period last night, but still being able to come away with the victory. So we'll see which team shows up here tonight and see which one's able to come away with the win.
Fever coming out of his net to play that one. And speaking of Tyler Fever, he'll be the netminder tonight. He's 9-7-1 on the year, has an 89% save percentage, and gives up just under 3 goals a game. Got the victory last night against the Dutchman in relief after Kyle Redmond gave up a 3rd goal to tie the game. Fever then 16 saves to shut out the Dutchman offense and give Manhattanville a big conference victory. He'll be squaring off against junior Jacob Caffrey. Caffrey, 7-9-2 on the year, has a 91% save percentage, gives up just 3 goals per contest.
Yeah, two keys for Manhattanville lately has been the play of Tyler Fever. He's been outstanding in goal, really come on strong here down the stretch, and so has the offense, really clicking on all cylinders. They've shown some crisp passing, some good breakout situations, and they've been able to create some opportunities just like that one, but that shot goes wide of the target by Beck from the point.
Viants looking to send their seniors out here on senior night with a victory. And we're going to get a whistle as a stoppage of play as Caffrey covers that one up. Two minutes gone here in the first period of play. No score so far between Manhattanville and Stevenson. Face-off is won by the Mustangs. So look, try to get this one out of their zone. Momentarily kept in by Kevin Lopato, and now he'll chip it back in as it exited the zone momentarily. Giants with a shot attempt, a lot of traffic in front, but Caffrey able to collect the save, and he'll hold on to it to halt play. As I mentioned, coming into the game, Stevenson, a first-year program, but so far a successful start to the Mustang program, 9-10-2 overall. As head coach Dominic Dawes looks like he has this Mustang team going in the right direction. Played up the ice. Here comes Davis with it. Davis, the leading scorer. He'll have that shot blocked. Rebound opportunity. Off the mark by the Mustangs. Here comes senior Nolan Marshall with him. Marshall enters the zone. Backhander opportunity by Marshall. Steered away by Caffrey. Fights with it behind the neck. That pass out front blocked away. Another shot attempt blocked by the Mustangs, and now they'll just chip this one into the zone. Still staying with, here's a shot attempt, and Fever collects the save, and he'll halt play. Face-off taking place to the right of sophomore netminder Tyler Fever. As now Stevenson player kicked out, Brenza. Doesn't matter as the Mustangs are still able to control possession after the draw. Play this one behind the net and all the way around. Over to get this one is Brody. Fever punches that one into the corner. Shot attempt down front, blocked away by the Valiant defense. Stevenson with it right on the doorstep of Manhattanville, able to take that one away. Here's Stephen Gall, and he'll just dump this one into the Stevenson zone. Caffrey out of his net to play it. He'll pass it along, and now the Mustangs look to go back on the attack. That pass out of the reach for the Stevenson skater. And Manhattanville will have it back. Beck dumps this one back into the Stevenson zone. As now Rose will play it into Manhattanville's side. Back up the ice to Brian Platt. Platt, as we mentioned, 4 consecutive games with a goal. As he's had a strong start to his sophomore season, looking to continue that success in the goal scoring column. Nearly turned over, but Mustangs will have it back. They'll play this one to the zone. Fever was going to play that one, but the official making the call as that puck was dumped in before they crossed the center line. So it'll be an icing call against the Mustangs, so they'll keep their skaters on the ice and a fresh line change for Manhattanville. As it looks like the officials are going to change that decision, and the face-off will take place at the red line. Just a neutral zone face-off. Lopato trying to turn and win that one back. And now Hicks will come in. He'll play it into the Stevenson zone. Still no score here. Nearly 4 minutes gone here in the first. Played ahead. Here come the Mustangs with it. They'll enter the zone. This shot attempt steered away by Fever. Rebound opportunity. Finds they'll momentarily clear it out. As it was Stelzer that was able to record that shot on Fever, and now Manhattanville will have it. Dumped back in. Platt tripped up on that one as he went to try to play the puck. There's a shot attempt by Walters. Caffrey's able to shrug that one away. Mustangs back with it. Will be Stelzer with it. Pinned along the boards, and now Manhattanville will have it behind their own net. Going to play this one off the boards, kept in though by Williams. Now Tegan Waugh will have it. Waugh skates ahead. He'll enter zone. He gets checked as he enters the zone, and a turnover there as it skates out into the neutral zone. Big hit there on the senior captain, Tegan Waugh, as he entered the zone. As he'll head to the bench for the line change as this pass is off the mark by the Mustangs. Here's a turnover. Valiant's back with it. Shot attempt from the point blocked away. Now Stevenson will bring it back in an odd man rush for the Mustangs. They'll leave this one off. Shot attempt blocked away. And the net is jarred loose, so that'll bring a quick stoppage of play.
Solid start to both squads' defenders here in this game. Pretty much no forecheck for either team here about just over 6 minutes into the game. Both teams able to control the puck and get it out to the neutral zone pretty much with ease. And a couple block shots by both teams have really limited the offensive chances here for both squads.
Stevenson player was the one that jarred the net loose, so face-off will take place outside of the Manhattanville zone. Face-off win by the Valiants. Gall looks to play this one ahead. Anderson trying to hustle ahead to get possession. Puck now pinned up along the near boards. Centering pass off the mark. Nearly turned over right in front of the net, but the Mustangs just able to chip that one along. Finds able to keep this one in the zone. Their top offensive line on the ice of Anderson, Lippa, and Gall. Is now a late check after the whistle as there was an offsides call against Stevenson. So we'll have a face-off just outside the Manhattanville circle. As the Vines were looking to make a defensive line change, but the officials will chase the substitutions back to the bench. Now Brian Platt will be forced to take the face-off, but he'll win it back to Phil Dinner. Now Hicks. Hicks playing this one along the boards up to Jeff Beck. Beck with room. Beck spins, centering pass out in front. Cleared away by the Mustangs, but we're going to have a penalty coming up.
I thought it was a mistake at first by Beck, not really going to the net strong. Tried to spin away and send a weak backhanding pass along, but the reason it was so weak, he got slashed on the play, and so Manhattanville. Penalty is actually going to be against Manhattanville, excuse me, so not sure what happened on the centering pass, but a mistake by the Valiants, and now they're going to have to kill off this first penalty here.
So first power play opportunity for the Mustangs here tonight, and a clear by the Valiants. So we're going to hit whistle. Now it's going to be a penalty against Stevenson, so we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Good opportunity for Manhattanville to get some offense going here. They know the home ice very well. A little bit of extra room out here on this tiny rink. We'll see if they get some of their speedy skaters as Stephen Gall comes out onto the ice. So there's one of them coming here out on the attack. See if they can get some space on the ice and create some opportunities behind the defense.
Anderson to take the face-off for Manhattanville. As Anderson wins that one right to the net, trying to put it on goal, but a big save there by Caffrey. Good heads-up play there by the sophomore.
Yeah, puck just laid there in the face-off circle, so Anderson had a rip on goal. Why not? But Caffrey, like you said, right there on top of it, and an easy save for Caffrey.
Stevenson now control of the puck. 4-on-4 hockey after the penalty called to Christian Ripley. Mustangs enter the zone as Fever covers that one up. He was going to receive an ice shower on that one, and the Valiants not appreciating that one. So I have a defensive zone face-off for the Valiants. As Adam Platt and Matt Lippo will head onto the ice. Face-off win by Platt. Now the Valiants will bring ahead. Here's Axel Waltott with it. Waltott sends that one towards the net. Caffrey able to come up with the save though. Played off Jackson. Jackson passed this one to Waltott. Rebound opportunity. Manhattanville says it's in, and it is.
Loose puck out in front, and you called it early on, Tyson. Look out for the Platt brothers. And there he is again, a game winner last night. Adam Platt puts the first one on the board here for Manhattanville, lighting the lamp just under 8 minutes into the first period. And the Valiants are up on top.
Adam Platt, his 10th goal of the season. It's been a successful senior year for Adam Platt. Season high 10 goals as he's really been an offensive threat for the Valiants all year. He had a hat trick against Stevenson in the win earlier this year, so now his 4th goal against the Mustangs. Mustangs looking to try to respond. This shot attempt from the point is wide as McNamara sent it towards the net. Pass back out front. Back to the point. There's another shot attempt. That'll be off the mark again. Mustangs bring this one back out. Deacon around a player was Borg, but Borg's shot is deflected wide of the net. Here's Stephen Gall with it. Gall will play this one off Stevenson player, so no icing call. Valiants about to go on a very abbreviated power play, but a shot and goal by Manhattanville from the point. A snipe there by Jeff Beck, and it's 2-0 the lead for the Valiants. Just as Manhattanville is about to go on the power play, Jeff Beck sniping one from the point, and he's with his 2nd straight game with a goal as Manhattanville feeling it early on the offensive end. 2-0 lead for the Valiants.
Yeah, the power play had actually just started when he netted that one, so a little bit of a cheap power play goal, but the Valiants are going to add to their power play total for the year. 1 second in on that man advantage, and like you said, Beck, a beautiful shot from the point, going top shelf, and not much room there, but he found it.
Beck, his 3rd goal of the season, 2nd in as many nights. 2-0 the lead for Manhattanville. Adam Platt and Jeff Beck, the 2 goal scorers for the Valiants. As mentioned, Beck will get the power play going. Now here comes Manhattanville looking to add to the lead. Here's Tegan Watt. His shot attempt is blocked away, and it will go out of play. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Valiants. Full line change for Manhattanville is 3 new forwards and 2 new defensemen. Lapato take the face-off for Manhattanville, who now leads 2-0 against Stevenson. Mustangs will control that face-off, no brain out of their zone. Beaver out of his net, he'll look to play this one around the boards, but turned over. As Liness passing this one off. Beaver able to steer that one away. Turn and shot there by the Mustangs is off the side of the net. As this one will skate out of the zone, so Stevenson forced to retreat. Cross ice pass and dump back into the Manhattanville zone. Halfway through the first, it's a 2-0 lead for the Valiants. This one's dumped back into the Manhattanville zone. Mustangs looking to try to get something going on the offensive end, but so far, no luck. As now Brian Platt will have this one. Platt plays it ahead. Loses possession of that one as it goes out center ice. Now back with it. Here's Slade with it. Slade, he'll stop. He'll shoot and fire. Slade by Caffrey. Rebound opportunities. The puck's out loose. Able to keep out of the net is the Stevenson defense, though. Ryan still with it. Pass on front. Beck trying to direct that one towards the net. Another centering pass. Slade unable to handle that one. Beck looking for Platt. Turned over. Waltide able to keep this one in only momentarily, as now Beck will just dump it back into the Stevenson zone, and now the Valiants have to quickly get on the ice. As there was a line change, and the Mustangs seeing it, looking to try to go on the attack. Face-off will take place in the Manhattanville defensive zone. Looks like the padding came off the top of the boards that separate the board from the glass. So quick fix by the officials. And now we're back to resume play. Jackson looking to play this one around. Turns over, shot attempt, and now we're going to get a whistle. As a centering pass out front. As the net once again coming loose on the Manhattanville side. Manhattanville able to win that face-off. Now they'll dump this one into the zone. Anderson able to momentarily have it, but he'll turn it over. Here comes Stevenson with it, 2-on-2. This shot attempt is blocked away and off the protective netting that surrounds Playland Ice Casino. So we'll have another offensive zone face-off for the Mustangs. As Manhattanville is actually going to be going on the penalty kill. As penalty charge to Oscar Arfeld.
Arfeld called for interference there on the play. 2-minute minor, and now this penalty kill unit will have another opportunity to kill off this penalty, trying to keep it a 2-goal game here just over 12 minutes into the game.
Great clear there by Manhattanville's Jeff Beck. Bryants were able to kill off the first penalty as Stevenson actually had a penalty called against them just 8 seconds into their power play. And Bryants were able to capitalize with a goal in the 4-on-4, and then in the very abbreviated power play, Jeff Beck was able to bury one in the back of the net. Waltop looking to clear this one, unable to. Stevenson will have it. 2-0 the lead. Here's shot attempt. A lot of traffic in front, but Fever able to cover this one up as it was deflected, I believe, by a Stevenson player. But Fever hops on that one, and no fault play. Face off won by Brenza. Up to the point, this shot attempt just off the mark as Fever was able to get enough on that one. Pass over to Watt. Jordan Watt looking to play this one back to the blue line, but it will go out of the zone where Brenza will be forced to retreat and get it. Brenza enters the Manhattanville zone. He'll have it on his stick. Pass off, another save by Fever. Shot attempt from the point. As could have been a pass too, as there was a Stevenson player right there in front. That was off the mark. There's another shot that will be blocked away, and it'll go off the protective netting. So we'll have another face off the Manhattanville zone.
And you never want to get whistle happy if you're an official, but I'm kind of surprised by the way this game has been called so far. I've seen a couple questionable plays away from the puck. We saw a Stevenson skater, as you said, it was Ripley in front of the net a few moments ago. They got taken down on a shot from the point. Now, as Manhattanville's breaking out of the zone, a player taken down from behind, no calls. And a couple high sticks have played pucks as well that they're just letting them play here tonight. So we'll see if that same officiating style keeps up the entire way here tonight.
As long as the officials are consistent, letting the players play, it's all that matters. Either you call everything or you let them play. It's this shot attempt blocked away. Vines trying to clear this one out of the zone, and a great effort there by Nigel Slade diving to the ice and clearing this one the length of the rink. So one final rush coming up for the Mustangs. They'll enter the zone. This shot attempt, Fever with a big glove save. And Casey Tyler Fever continuing his impressive play here tonight, shutting out Stevenson so far here today.
Yeah, 9 saves to start off here for Tyler Fever, and a couple of them have been on some tough opportunities, including that last Trapper save. Fever has looked very strong here in the early goings. So he looks to keep up that hot streak that you mentioned. A couple strong games here on the home ice during this homestand.
Sophomore netminder, a big reason why Manhattanville won last night. Coming in relief and collecting 16 saves and shutting out the Lebanon Valley offense. As Valiants will clear this one out of the zone. Another successful penalty kill this time for the Valiants, as they're forced to play all 2 minutes of the penalty kill for the first time tonight. Check there along the boards. They'll go behind the end line, and now Manhattanville skate this one out. Up towards the speedy Brian Platt. Platt trying to poke this one along, unable to. Stevenson back with it. Liness will dump this one in off the boards. Dinner cuts off Liness from the puck, but it'll be Liness with it. Shot attempt blocked away by Manhattanville, and here come the Valiants. Valiants bring this one up ice. Pass out in front, off the mark. Matt Lippa with it. Lippa's shot attempt saved by Caffrey.
It all starts on the defensive end. A big block there by Durson to start that rush. Puck was picked up at the blue line by Lippa, and it led to a great chance there for the Valiants, just unable to get a stick on that centering pass after Lippa got behind the defenders.
Lippa, one of those players, every time he has the puck on his stick, you gotta be careful for him because he can bury it in the back of the net with ease. Another strong season for the sophomore. He leads the team in goals this year. Hartfeld trying to keep this one in the zone, unable to. And now scrumming on the boards, and it'll be the Mustangs coming out with it. Gonna dump this one into the Manhattanville zone where Garbeñas is back for it. Played up to Stephen Gall. Gall has Anderson with him. They'll enter the zone together. Gall looking to try to pass it to Anderson, but deflected away. Now Corey Anderson with it. He's pinned up along the boards. Anderson behind the end line. Shot attempt as that one will be steered away once again by Caffrey. Kept in the zone, but now cleared out. And we're going to get a hand pass against the Mustangs. Or excuse me, it's against Manhattanville, so face-off will take place outside of the Stevenson zone. Slade to take the draw. And Brenza take it for Stevenson. It will be advantage Brenza. Mustangs dump this one back into the Manhattanville zone. Fever out to play it. Sophomore netminder playing this one around the boards. Slade looking for the cross-ice pass, deflected away. Now Manhattanville will dump it back into the Stevenson zone. Under 4 to go here in the first. A 2-0 lead for Manhattanville. Here's Brian Platt with it. Platt laying this one off to Jackson. Now cleared out as Waltow will have it. Waltow looking towards Platt's way, off the mark as Caffrey will clear it out. Here's a shot attempt that will go high of the net. Mustangs back with it. They'll send it into the Manhattanville zone. Giants behind their own net. They'll look to start the rush. Played up to Marshall. Marshall unable to handle that pass though, and now Walcott goes tumbling to the ice. Turnover, now Stevenson will have it. Offensive opportunity, but a great defensive play there by Manhattanville as they're going to take that puck away. Looked like it could have been a potential shot attempt for Ripley, but the Valiants coming away with the theft. Giants with it behind the Stevenson zone. Played back out. There's a one-timer opportunity, and this one will be deflected out of play by Fever. .2:36 to go here in the first. Adam Platt and Jeff Beck, the 2 goal scorers for Manhattanville. Platt with his 4th goal of the season against Stevenson. He had a hat trick in the 5-1 victory against the Mustangs earlier this year. Played out of the zone, and now Stevenson will pass this one back to the defensive line, but no one there, as it's going to go all the way behind their own end line. Giants picking up the pressure on the offensive end. As we'll get a whistle, as a hand pass will be called.
Pretty easy call for the officials there. A Stevenson player lost his stick on the Gall shot attempt, and a puck kind of trickled to him, and he was just forced to try to play it with 2 hands and try to break up the offensive opportunity. So an offensive zone draw will be coming up for Manhattanville.
Anderson to take it for the Valiants. Won, though, by the Mustangs. 2 minutes to go here in the first. A 2-goal lead for Manhattanville. As you can recall, last night the Valiants exploded for 3 goals in the first period, but then it was all Lebanon Valley in the second period. They were able to rally for 3 goals in the first 6 minutes of play, and it was tied 3-3 going into the third until Adam Platt scored the game-winning goal with about 3 minutes left on the power play for Lebanon Valley, and then Brian Platt adding an empty netter for the 5-3 victory. Played up to Adam Platt. Platt with room, he'll try to get around the defense. He'll shoot and he'll score! Adam Platt continues to give Stevenson defense nightmares as he scores his 2nd goal of the night. and his 5th against Stevenson, 11th of the year.
Yeah, Adam Platt has really had this Mustang defense's number here this season. I don't know what it is against Stevenson that he loves so much, but having a ton of success here this year. 5 goals in 2 games, 5 goals in less than 4 periods. As he looks to pick up his 2nd hat trick of the year now with 2 goals here in the first.
Platt looking to go out strong in his final home regular season game at Playland Ice Casino. Viants looking to host maybe a few playoff games here in the ECAC West tournament. 1 minute to go here in the first. A 3-0 lead for Manhattanville. Adam Platt, 2 goals in the period. And here's Adam Platt back with it, and he'll just dump this one in. So once again, the Viants have a 3-0 lead in the first period. Hopefully tonight they can prevent any kind of comeback attempt by the opponent. As we mentioned last night, Lebanon Valley rallying 3 goals off in the second. As long as the Viants can keep up this intensity and this defensive play, it looks like they'll be able to come away with the win. Seconds to go here in the first period. 3-0 Viants on top.
Viants a perfect 10-0 this year when leading after the first period. Looks like that's definitely going to be the case here tonight as they look to keep that record perfect at Playland here tonight and for the season. Came in question last night, like you said, after Lebanon Valley scored 3 goals in the second to tie it up, but coming away with the win and keeping that perfect record intact.
Viants back on the power play after Bahatikuk called for the penalty. Or excuse me, it was Ripley that'll be called for the infraction. Final 5 seconds of play, Manhattanville looking to add to their lead, but they will not, but they'll be back on the power play to start the second period of play.
11-14.
As it's an early 3-0 lead for the Valiants. So 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a quick break here on GoViants.tv. Stay tuned for the second period of Manhattanville and Stevenson. 3-0 the lead on Senior Day.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your...
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
3-0 the lead for Manhattanville after 1 period of play. Taking a look at the stats. It was all Valiants on the offensive end as they were able to put 3 goals up in the period. Shots, though, pretty even as it's 14-11 advantage Valiants. Each team with 2 penalties. Manhattanville 1 for 2 on the power play, while Stevenson is 0 for 2. Tyler Fever and Jacob Caffrey each with 11 saves. Caffrey, though, giving up the 3 goals and faceoffs. It's a 16-12 advantage for Manhattanville. Adam Platt opened up the goal scoring just 8 minutes into the contest, netting his 10th of the game. Matt Lippa and Axel Waltott each collecting assist on that 4-on-4 hockey. And then Jeff Beck, just a little over a minute later, as Manhattanville just entered the power play, netted his 3rd goal of the season, 2nd in as many games, with Timmy Garbenas and Nigel Slade picking up the assist. And then it was Adam Platt yet again burying his 11th of the season, 2nd of the night, off a Matt Lippa and Axel Waltott assist as well. And that is how we've gotten to this 3-0 point. We'll see if Manhattanville can keep their foot on the gas pedal as they look to send out their seniors with the victory against the Mustangs. In Casey, a little bit more even of a first period than we saw last night against Lebanon Valley, but still is Manhattanville taking advantage of the opportunities.
Yeah, pretty much what we saw from Lebanon Valley in the second period last night. Manhattanville just capitalizing on every opportunity they've had, especially that last goal for Adam Platt, just getting the puck out quickly out of the defensive end and finding him. He was able to get through 2 Stevenson defenders and finish on the breakaway. So it's opportunities like that that Manhattanville has been capitalizing on as of late, and that's really led to their success. Like you said, pretty evenly matched, 14-11 in shots, so it's not like either team is really outplaying the other. So we'll see if the Manhattanville offense can keep capitalizing here in the second period and see if they can generate some more offensive opportunities and really put the pressure on Caffrey and try to extend this lead.
Just about to get underway here as Manhattanville and Stevenson do battle in this ECAC West showdown. As mentioned, top of the broadcast, a very special day as it's both Senior Day and Alumni Day at Playland Ice Casinos. The Valiants honor their 5 seniors on the team, along with those that had played in the past for Manhattanville College, and 2 of them on the bench, with Arlen Marshall and Artem Gumenyuk, both Manhattanville graduates, coaching together for the first time this season. So we're just about to get underway here. Valiants on the power play for the next minute and 40 seconds. Looking for their 2nd power play goal of the night and add to their lead. It'll be Lapato out to take the faceoff for the Valiants. Squaring off against Swingle, and it will be Lapato with the faceoff victory. Valiants dump this one into the zone. Berglund there with it. Now Lapato will have it. He'll spin and try to pass this one off behind the end line. Taken away. Only momentarily is now Stevenson trying to clear it out of the zone, but we're going to get a whistle and stoppage of play.
Now in goal for the Mustangs, number 31, Pierce Dashenko.
As we actually have a substitution in between the pipes, as you just heard over the loudspeaker, as it will be Pierce Dushenko, the freshman netminder, coming in to the game for Jacob Caffrey. So his night's done, 11 saves and 3 goals given up, as this won't be cleared out of the zone.
Thank you for that, Joe. Thank you for that.
Just the 4th appearance for Dushenko, 110 minutes between the pipes this year for the Mustangs, an 88% save percentage, but he's given up over 4 goals per contest. Let's see if the Valiants are able to take advantage of the inexperience of the freshman.
Dawes making the call as Manhattanville enters the zone with speed. Pass out front to the point is off the mark, and it'll go out of the zone. Tyler Fever out, and Tanner Hicks will skate back to play this one with 30 seconds to go and the Ripley penalty. Played up to Brian Platt. Platt with it. He'll stop. Pass it to Hicks. Now back to Platt. Platt looking to get it back to Hicks, but that won't be deflected out of the zone. Now Matt Lippo have it. Lippo looking to play this one ahead to Tegan Waugh. Platt with it. With only 7 ticks left on the power play. And now Stevenson's going to bring out. They got a 2-on-1. Stevenson with it. Pass temp out front. Shot. And Stevenson will respond with the goal just as the power play ended. So a big goal there by the Mustangs. Has some great patience showed there by Mark Bowen. Waiting to get Tanner Hicks to commit on that one. Hicks dove to try to get in the passing lanes, but he was able to get the pass over to the opposite side, and they're able to bury one past Fever. Fever's first goal given up. And the past 30 shots or so. And it's now a 3-1 lead for Manhattanville. Stakaitis getting the goal on that one. So the defenseman coming up and making the play as it's now 3-1 Manhattanville. Vines looking to try to avoid the story from last night. And we hate to keep beating a dead horse, but Vines need to keep their foot on the gas pedal. This is a dangerous Stevenson team coming in, scoring over 3 goals a game. As the Stains are able to keep this one in the zone. Played now behind the net. Now Manhattanville look to bring this one out, looking to regain a 3-goal lead. Multi-line pass deflected into the Manhattanville zone. Here's Fever with it. He'll shoot this one along the boards. Kept in the zone by Jordan Watt. Vines will now look to bring it out. Passed up ahead. That one just out of the reach of Nolan Marshall, and now Marshall will dump this one in. Turned over as Berglund's able to come up with the theft, and he'll keep this one in the Stevenson zone. And a big check there by the Valiants. Now up top to Dinner, and Dinner forced to retreat out of the zone as he was unable to keep that one in. And Hicks will just dump this one back in. Manhattanville back with it. This shot attempt and a save made by the freshman netminder Dushenko, and now some pushing, shoving after the play as Dushenko was sent to the ice. And the Stevenson players obviously standing up for their goalie. So the officials trying to get in between both teams. And we'll see if any penalties come out of this.
I was going to say, I would assume that we are going to get at least one penalty out of this one. Most likely offsetting penalties, as there is about 4 different skirmishes going on there in the corner, and a couple players taking the skirmish to the ice.
So I see Corey Anderson heading to the penalty box for Manhattanville. And for Stevenson, it'll be number 12, Alfred Borg, heading into the sin bin. So Casey, looks like you were right on that one, as it will be 2 penalties against, 1 against each squad. As mentioned, just Stevenson staying up for their goalies. Dushenko was sent to the ice after one of the Vines collided with them, and then that's when the skirmish took place. So the officials are now sorting things out here. Nearly 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Stevenson able to cut the deficit. So minor. So as we mentioned, as you heard over the loudspeaker, it is a double minor to Anderson for roughing, and then just a one minor penalty against Borg for roughing. So it will be a power play for Stevenson, as Davis will bring this one in to the Manhattanville zone. His pass attempt as that shot is off the mark and cleared away by Manhattanville.
And don't expect to see many shorthanded opportunities for Manhattanville on this penalty kill. Matt Lippa is serving the second minor for Corey Anderson, one of the best players for Manhattanville to get those shorthanded opportunities. He will be in the box here for the next minute and 6 seconds.
This centering pass off the mark. Try and clear it out, kept in. One-timer opportunity, that one wide of the cage. As Stakaitis was looking for his second goal of the night. Rose over to Stakaitis. His shot attempt blocked away. Another shot attempt. Fever with the save. Didn't know where the puck was. It was behind the end line. It'll be cleared out by Manhattanville. A little over 30 seconds to go in the Corey Anderson double minor penalty. So Sarchek playing this one ahead. Here's a pass attempt. And a great break up there by Manhattanville, as it would have been a wide open net there on that near post, but a big defensive play by the Valiants. But unfortunately, it looks like Manhattanville is going to get another penalty called against him, as Nigel Slade will head over to the penalty box.
Yeah, he said as long as things are going to be consistent, it's going to be okay for these referees to let things go. And all of a sudden, nothing is being let go by this officiating crew, as that looked like it was a clean breakup by Slade on that opportunity. Like you said, a big defensive play, but instead Slade is going to go into the box, and it's going to be an extended power play now for Stevenson. 19 seconds on the two-man advantage, and then a minute and 41 seconds with an extra power play.
Here's a shot attempt as that one steered away by Manhattanville. Stevenson looking to continue to try to cut this Valiant lead.
Time winding down. Now the first penalty over, as Platt will head onto the ice as Lippa and Anderson go back to the bench.
As this pass attempt out in front, off the mark.
Things still getting chippy here, and now we're going to get the high stick called against Garbenius at the next puck.
So now the extra skater on the ice for the Mustangs, as they look to go on the extended power play. And now we'll eventually get a puck touch by the Valiants. And now it's going to be a 5-on-3. As slashing called against Timmy Garbenius, and that's a big blow to the penalty kill. Garbenius, one of the top defensemen for Manhattanville.
Like we said, things getting chippy, and we know that this Manhattanville team doesn't like to stand up for a lot. Like to protect their teammates, and unfortunately it leads to a lack of discipline at times, and they can take a whole bunch of penalties. So this penalty kill unit is going to be taxed here early part of the second period, as they're going to be on not only an extended power play, but now an extended two-man advantage as well. And we're going to have a timeout here, as they're going to try to talk things over and try to sort out how they're going to go about defending this long power play opportunity.
And it'll actually be Stevenson the one taking the timeout. So first-year head coach for the Mustangs, Dominic Dawes, brings his team over to the bench, and he'll discuss potential offensive strategies, as it'll be a 5-on-3 for the next minute and 11 seconds. And a quick breakup there as Stevenson back on the ice early. And now the Valiants will make their way out there. Dinner, Hicks, and Wah, the three skaters for the Valiants, as they'll get the first task to try to keep the Mustangs out of the back of the net. Davis to take the faceoff for Stevenson, the leading goal scorer, or excuse me, leading point scorer for the Mustangs this season at 21. Sixth best over Jordan Watt. Mustangs with it. As Brenza switches spots, he'll play this one off. Pass over to the side. Here's a shot attempt. Fever with a big save.
Bryant's getting caught out of position a little bit there, getting sucked into the right side. A good pass to find a skater there on the left faceoff circle.
Brenza with a one-timer opportunity blocked by Manhattanville. And Valiants will clear this one out of the zone. A big clear there by the Valiants.
And now Valiants getting caught on the line change. Stevenson opportunity and they score.
Valiants were hoping to try to get a quick line change, but an unfortunate bounce there as Stevenson will shoot and score, and now it's just a one-goal lead for Manhattanville.
That's a huge heads-up play by Dushenko in goal. I believe he's going to pick up an assist on the play as he came out of the net, played it back up ice because he saw the Valiant defenders going to the bench. And that was big. This Manhattanville was trying to go off the ice. Dinner took that straight off the shoulder and neck area on that slap shot. A big block, but he definitely felt the impact, trying to get off the ice and then having to turn around quick and try to get back and defend Davis. And the Valiants just unable to get back in time. And like you said, it's a one-goal game.
A quick goal on the power play. So Valiants will still have to try to kill off the second penalty. 1:10 to go to the Garbena slashing call. Davis with his 9th goal of the season, 22nd point. And Dushenko will get credit for that assist. So it's now just down to a 1-goal deficit for Stevenson as the Valiants, repeating last night's second period, allowing the team to rally from a 3-goal deficit. We'll see if Manhattanville can hold on and kill off this second power play opportunity for the Mustangs. Davis and Stakaitis, the two goal scorers for Stevenson in this period, responding to the 3 goals scored by Manhattanville. Now the Valiants will have a shorthander opportunity. This shot attempt is shrugged away by Dushenko. Steisler with it as this pass attempt is off the mark and it'll skate out of the zone, and Manhattanville will get the successful kill.
And the ever dangerous Platt brothers creating that shorthanded opportunity. Adam Platt, his backhand attempt just off the mark, but a penalty coming up. And now some pushing and shoving once again, and some of the alumni here next to the broadcast area pointing it out immediately to the officials. And looks like Manhattanville will head, I believe, to the power play.
As number 15, Mark Bowen, skate over to the penalty box for Stevenson, so it will be a 2-minute minor against Bowen, so Manhattanville with a chance to regain a 2-goal lead here on the power play. 1 for 2 so far tonight.
This power play unit has looked very strong as of late.
This one cleared out of the zone. Played up to Lopato. And now we'll get a whistle against Lopato.
I'm as confused as you are. I have no idea what that call was on Lopato.
I mean, the officials skated all the way up from the opposite side of the ice, just pointing right at Kevin Lopato. Never really made any hand gestures or anything, and don't know really how. Is now Platt able to block this one, and his shot attempt and a big save by Dushenko. Adam Platt continuing to wreak havoc on the Stevenson defense. Another golden opportunity for the senior.
And do you think he wants to pick up that second hat trick or not? I mean, creating a ton of opportunities here in this one. We're still not even midway through the game. He's got plenty of time to try to pot that third goal.
Platt scored the game-winning goal last night against Lebanon Valley, a shorthanded goal. Right now, his goal would stand as the game winner yet again. I'm sure him and the Valiants would love to see another goal as they look to add to their lead here on the power play. 40 seconds gone. Manhattanville enters the zone. With Spirit is Dearson. Dearson trying to push this one through, but Deschenko blocks it away. To Platt to Lopato. And this one cleared out of the zone, and Fever will come out of his net to play this one. Waiting for the Valiants as they have a line change. And now play this one behind the net. Now Manhattanville looks to start the rush.
Now we know Fever loves to play the puck up ice, trying to not be outdone by his counterpart. He wanted to play that one up ice pretty badly, but nothing was there and was forced to just lay it off.
Another clear there by the Mustangs. 35 seconds to go in the Bowen penalty. Lippa passing this one off. Here's a shot attempt. Big save, rebound opportunity for Lippa, but he's unable to get a stick on that puck. And now Stevenson will have it, and a 2-on-1. Davis with it. Davis passing this one over, but that pass behind the intended receiver. And now Manhattanville with a 3-on-1 opportunity. Pass broken up by the Mustangs. As 5 seconds to go in the power play, will be cleared out, and that will do it.
It was a big mistake by both teams there. Stevenson getting way too aggressive on the penalty kill. A bad pass off the mark, and they had 3 players joining that rush. It was a 3-on-1 for Manhattanville back the other way, but just unable to connect on the pass, and then missed opportunity there for the Valiants.
Slade has that one taken away from him. Nice stick lift by the Stevenson defense. Valiants are playing this one off the boards, and we're going to get icing called against Manhattanville, so we'll skate back to the other end for the offensive zone faceoff for the Mustangs. 9:01 to go here in the second. Stevenson has rallied for 2 goals against Manhattanville. Slade to take the faceoff, going up against Brenza. Ryan's able to clear this one out of the zone, and they'll dump it in. Pearson there first to get the puck. Back to Walcott. Walcott cross-ice pass. Here's a shot attempt. They'll shoot and score! An absolute snipe there by the Valiant defenseman as they're able to get down past Deschenko and back up to a 2-goal lead.
Not sure what the puck hit in front, but it sounded and looked like it deflected. And Deschenko just completely unaware of the puck changing directions, and goal for Manhattanville. It's back to a 2-goal game.
Walcott with his 3rd assist of the game. The big sophomore Swede who hasn't seen a lot of playing time this year, taking advantage of it. He had 1 assist last night in the win, 3 here tonight. Valiants will dump this one into the Stevenson zone. Back up to a 2-goal lead for Manhattanville. And now Stevenson will bring it back. They'll look to go on the rush. It's an odd man rush for Stevenson, but they're going to enter offsides, and a big call there against the Mustangs as they had potentially a 4-on-2. Swede to Swede on that one as Artfeld was able to score off the pass from Axel Walcott. Back up to a 2-goal lead. As we approach 8 minutes to go here in the second period, a big goal by Manhattanville. It looked like Stevenson had all the momentum, but Artfeld was able to bury one. Pass the Mustangs freshman netminder. As we're going to get delayed offsides, but now Manhattanville will look to try to enter the zone. Up top to Walcott. Walcott shot attempt, and we're going to get a whistle and stoppage of play. Face-off will take place outside the Stevenson defensive zone. Lapado trying to play that one ahead. Unable to gain possession as Waltott will dump this one in. Waltott once again dumping it in. Vines having to jump back on sides, and now they'll look to apply the pressure. Played ahead. Beaver coming out of his net with one of the Stevenson players breathing down his neck, but he's able to clear it out, and now Manhattanville have it back. Played ahead by Lapado. Lapado with it. Guys, this one along the boards, but turned over. Vines now picking up the pressure on the forecheck as they're making it hard for the Mustangs to get this one out. This shot attempt by Arfeld is wide of the cage. Another shot attempt. Dushenko able to kick that one away. Vines again able to keep this one in the zone. It's Tanner Hicks this time. Here's Lapado. His shot attempt. Dushenko with a save.
Big save for the freshman there. Lapado was wide open on the doorstep. Most times he's going to finish that one off.
Jeff Beck with it. Beck will shoot this one blocked away. Vines continuing to pick up the pressure. Centering pass to Beck. Cleared out. And Vines looking to quickly try to go back on the attack as we're getting icing called against Manhattanville.
Unlucky there. Hicks recognizing that there was a 3-on-1 back at the blue line. Just his pass going in between all three forwards there. And an icing is going to be called against Manhattanville.
So face-off will take place in the Manhattanville defensive zone. 6:16 to go in the second. Arfeld's goal has helped give Manhattanville back a 2-goal lead, as those two unanswered goals by the Mustangs. As we're going to redo the face-off. And it'll be Manhattanville with it. Up to Brian Platt. Platt with speed. Platt shoots. Dushenko score. Able to get the save rebound opportunity. But one of the Vine Scares going crashing to the ice. And now back with it are the Mustangs. This shot attempt saved by Fever. A lot of traffic in front. Wide open net. Stevenson putting it in. But we're going to get a whistle, and they will say the goal will count. A lot of traffic in front, and Stevenson gets back in the scoring column.
Once again, I just can't understand the lack of the stoppage there, as Jeff Beck was clearly taken out from behind on one end of the ice, and then it looked like the net may have come off the moorings temporarily on that play before the puck went over the line. But once again, it's going to be credited to Stevenson. And the Manhattanville bench is irate right now about the call, and Arlen Marshall nearly on the ice right now. He needs to be careful from the Manhattanville bench.
As now the officials with a conference right below us. So we'll see what the officials call, but I believe it's still going to be a good goal.
And you can see Tegan Waugh trying to listen in here as one of the captains for Manhattanville, and you can see him shaking his head, clearly not happy about whatever is being talked about here down at ice level.
And as we mentioned, this would be a big goal for Stevenson. Manhattanville was able to gain back up to a 2-goal lead. Stevenson, if this goal stands, will cut it back down to 1. So the officials continuing to discuss. And they're going to wave off the goal. And good eye there, Casey. As you said, you were able to see that looked like the net had came loose on that one, so no goal. Big call there by the officials as it's still a 2-goal lead. And now the officials will skate over to each bench and explain the call.
Yeah, I definitely think they got that one right, and it's unfortunate for a Mustang skater. Whoever it was that got the last stick on it would have been their first career goal. You saw the Mustangs take the puck over to the bench to try to save it as a souvenir, but They're going to have that one taken off the scoreboard, but I think justice comes to Manhattanville there on that one.
As mentioned, Vines had a 2-on-1. Beck taken down from behind. No call by the officials, and then the net came loose. So Vines with it in the Stevenson zone. Casey, this is one of those points where we'll see how Mustangs and Vines both react. Sometimes you make it can be a deflating call against the team, and other times it can motivate a team and they can want to go out there and get another goal. And now Stevenson will have it as they just enter this one offsides, and the Stevenson bench is irate.
I mean, we said Arlen Marshall was almost on the ice. Dawes was on top of the board screaming for that one from the Stevenson bench. And once again, now for Stevenson, I don't understand that call either, as that puck was clearly in the zone ahead of the skater. And these officials are just having a nightmare of a time out here on the ice right now in the second period.
You always want consistency in games. If you're going to have a silent first period, you hope to have a silent second and third period, but this time it's been a period full of whistles.
And Dawes is going to pick up a penalty for being on top of the boards there, an unsportsmanlike charge to the bench. So Manhattanville somehow out of all of this has a 2-goal lead and now has a power play. And this has certainly become a very entertaining and interesting second period.
Especially this last minute these last few minutes of play, we've seen a potential penalty that could have been called against Stevenson and a goal that would have taken it back down to a 1-goal deficit. And now Dawes with his best tightrope act as he's able to stand on top of the bench area. And he gets a penalty called against him. It'll be number 44, Tyler Sasarchek, serving the 2-minute minor. The Vines will look to capitalize off of the penalty, as here's a shot attempt and saved by Fever as Brenza put that one on net.
Like you said, only time will tell how these two teams are able to respond from these last couple of sequences here. But for one thing, I think it's certain that this game is definitely going to become more physical, as these teams were already getting chippy before the goal was disallowed and before the bench minor. And both teams look like they're charged up a little bit here. 4:44 to go in the period. We'll see if it spills over into the third as well.
As I mentioned, folks, when you get plays like that where, you have a goal disallowed and then a penalty called like that, some teams it's deflating to them and they kind of think, man, we're not getting the calls, and they go back, and other teams, they're motivated and they get pumped up, so we'll see how the Mustangs react. And it is a very young Mustang team with only 4 juniors on the squad for the Mustangs. All 4 of those transfers, 3 of those 4 coming from Newman.
Yeah, 3 of them following their head coach here to Stevenson, and they've had a huge impact on the program so far. And just going back to that penalty about Dawes, you said, trying to motivate his team, you can kind of compare it to basketball. Sometimes you'll see a coach intentionally taking a technical call just to try to motivate and pump up his team, and certainly something that Dawes was trying to do there, as you said, on top of the boards.
Garbanius' shot well wide of the cage. Vines still with it. Under a minute to go in the Manhattanville power play. Platt able to skid around one defender, but they're going to get back in front of Adam Platt. 2 goals so far on the night. One-timer opportunity by Garbanius is blocked and cleared. Platt with 2 goals and Axel Waltout with 3 assists here tonight. Pass into the slot line, so unable to handle that pass, and they'll just be forced to play it behind the end line. Now puck on the near boards. One-timer opportunity. Dushenko would save. Loose puck. And Manhattanville thought they scored, but the official blowing the whistle just before the Vines can bat that loose puck in, so no goal on Manhattanville now.
Said it a few moments ago, and I'll say it again. I would not want to be one of the zebras on the ice right now in this second period. So many huge calls being made in this game that will most certainly have an impact on the outcome. That puck looked like it crossed the line as it bounced off the shoulder of Dushenko. Looked like it was a Manhattanville goal, disallowed, the second one in the period.
Up top to Waltott. Waltott's shot attempt wide of the net. Waltott sure does have some power in his slap shot. Just needs to probably work on that accuracy. So he'll try again, but he'll whip on that one, and power play up for Manhattanville. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. A 2-goal lead for the Valiants. As now we're going to get a penalty called against Stevenson, so Manhattanville will go back on the power play.
Now it's the Mustangs with the lack of discipline. We'll see now. This could get interesting as McNamara was called for the hook. And he's going to get lucky here as he's only going to get called for the minor as he made contact with the linesman going to the penalty box out of frustration. Could have been another penalty, maybe even a misconduct for his interaction there with the official, but just the minor called on that one.
So Valiants back on the power play. Stevenson just killing off a penalty literally seconds ago. And now it'll be Manhattanville back with the extra skater. Under 3 to go in the second. 4-2 advantage Valiants. Pass over to Platt. Platt shot attempt blocked away. Up top to Garbanes. Garbanes shot. Dushenko with the save. And a big check there as the Valiant skater goes up and was parallel to the ice. No call though by the officials. There's another save there by Dushenko. Garbanes passed this one off, asking for it. This shot attempt, Dushenko again kicks that one away. And this one unable to be cleared out. Manhattanville continue to apply the pressure on the offensive end, looking for that 5th goal. And a little bit of a miscue as one of the Valiant players was skating to the bench for a line change, and the puck bounced right behind him. And a clear by Stevenson.
Yeah, big break for the Valiants. Lipa did not come over the boards before Berglund got to the bench. Nearly too many men on the ice there for Manhattanville.
And now Lipa will have it. He'll play this one along the boards. Brian Platt looking to try to keep this one in, but unable to, as now Tanner Hicks will have it. Hicks to the sophomore Platt. Platt with speed, with room. Platt shot saved by Dushenko. And a delayed whistle there, as now the officials will finally blow it dead. 32 seconds remaining in the Manhattanville power play. Anderson to take the draw for the Valiants. Brenzel will take it for the Mustangs. Stevenson with possession of it. Manhattanville able to keep them in the zone. Played over to Hicks. Hicks shot attempt saved by Dushenko. Rebound opportunity. Dushenko just sprawls out and hops on the puck. And he'll ice it with 19 seconds remaining in the power play. 1:20 remaining in the second period. Still on the ice for the Valiants. Face-off controlled by the Mustangs. So able to keep it in the zone on that clear attempt. Playing the boards is Lipa. Pass this one. Now back over to Arfeld. Here's Arfeld with it. Arfeld pass off to the side, now up top. Now Stevenson back full strength. Waltott shooting this one, kind of losing his balance on that one as we're under a minute to go in the second period. 2-goal lead for Manhattanville. Stevenson opened up the period with 2 unanswered goals as Waltott looking to pass this one towards Platt's way. And a big check there along the boards by the Mustangs. 30 seconds to go in the period, and we're going to get icing called against Stevenson.
And as if there wasn't enough motivation in this game already, both teams certainly have a lot to play for. Utica and Hobart in action tonight, the top two teams in the standings right now. Utica just tied it up in the second period 2-2. A Hobart loss and a Manhattanville win would put them in sole possession of second place. And Stevenson currently holding on to the final spot in the playoff standings, 5 points over Elmira. You got to imagine that they're going to be trying to play and secure a berth in the postseason as well.
Backhander attempt saved by Dushenko. Rebound, puck loose. Valiant's trying to put this one in. A lot of traffic in front. Cleared out. Valiant will skate back for this one as Hicks turns and just passes this one up with short time. 10 seconds to go. Manhattanville enters zone. Here's Berglund. Berglund will try to put this one on net off the mark, and now Stevenson will just hold on and play it up. And that will do it for the second period of play. And now it looks like we're going to get a penalty called just before the end of the period as some push and shoving, as there'll be a cross check called.
17-28, but you're on board.
Looks like we're going to get cross check called against Stevenson. So Manhattanville will go back to the power play to start the third period. As Casey, you see the intensity picking up between these two squads.
Yeah, things definitely picking up here at the end of the second period. Pretty much all throughout this second period. It was all Manhattanville in the first. Stevenson making a comeback there, rallying with 2 goals to make it a 1-goal game. And just when you thought they had the third in the back of the net, it was disallowed. Manhattanville taking advantage after a bench minor. It's now 4-2, and now let's try to see who gets these penalties here at the end of the period, see if it's going to be just Stevenson or if it's going to be offsetting. So it's definitely going to be a penalty against Stevenson's number 24, Austin Swingle. And I believe we're going to get offsetting here as Manhattanville is going to be assessed as well. We'll get the final call here before we take a break.
Fans, here are the penalties at the end of the period. For the Mustangs, number 24, Austin Swingle, receives a minor penalty, 2-minute minor penalty for cross-checking. For the Lions, number 28, Tanner Hicks, received a 2-minute minor penalty for embellishment. Time of all penalties, 20 minutes.
So as you heard, Swingle called for cross-checking and Hicks called for embellishment. So a exciting second period of play. We look at for it to be another exciting third period here at Playland Ice Casino. 4-2 Manhattanville through 2. Stay tuned for the third period of action here on GoValiants.tv.
apologize.
4-2 Manhattanville on top after 2 exciting periods of play here at Playland Ice Casino. Tyson Nagel along with Kasich Shermick bring you tonight's coverage of Manhattanville College men's hockey senior night and alumni day for Manhattanville College as they honor their 5 seniors along with those that have put on the jersey for Manhattanville men's hockey. Taking a look at the stats through 2 periods of play. Valiants with a 4-2 advantage in goals, a 28-17 advantage in shots, 7 penalties each for both teams. Valiants are 1 for 5 on the power play, while Stevenson 1 for 6. 15 saves on the night for Tyler Fever, 24 saves between Caffrey and Dushenko. In faceoffs, it's a 28-23 advantage for Manhattanville. Stevenson was able to get on the scoreboard in that period, and Bruce Zakaitis was able to score the goal, and then just moments later on the power play, it was Mike Davis netting his 9th goal of the season to cut Stevenson within 1 goal of the Manhattanville Valiants. Stevenson thought they tied the game, but a goal was waved off in that period, and then Manhattanville came back on the other side, and Axel Waltott was able to find Oscar Arfeld for the goal, Manhattanville's 4th of the night. Waltott with his 3rd assist here today. And then it was Manhattanville who had a goal that looked like crossed the goal line, but the ref waved it off as well. So both teams with some goals waved off. And Casey, you mentioned that was a hectic of a period between Manhattanville and Stevenson, and especially these refs.
Sure, a crazy night going on here inside Playland Ice Casino. A lot of things going on that don't normally happen now. Before the period gets started, we have officials trying to clear off the ice and set up the nets. I mean, I don't know what's going on here tonight, but either way, we are in store for a certain exciting finish here in this 3rd period.
I mean, Casey, we said it at the top of the broadcast, the only thing you can do with Manhattanville sports is just expect the unexpected. We at least got one thing right. We thought it'd be a high-scoring contest, and that's what it is. 4-2 the score with 20 more minutes to play. Adam Platt on the verge of a hat trick, 1 goal away as he's wreaked havoc on the Stevenson defense. He had a few opportunities in that period as well.
Yeah, definitely high scoring. 4-2. It could be 5-3 had those goals not been waved off. And I would not be surprised if we get a goal in these opening 2 minutes as we start off 4-on-4 as we get those penalties served that were assessed after the final whistle of the 2nd period.
Swingle getting a cross-check penalty called against him, and Hicks called for embellishment. Up top to Waltott. Waltott looking to add a goal to his already impressive 3-point night. And Casey, the old adage, don't count the minutes, make the minutes count. That's what Axel Waltott's done in the last 2 nights of play, 4 assists in 2 nights.
Yeah, just trying to send a message to Arlen Marshall, like, hey, I'm just as capable as some of these other guys that dress every night, making his presence known here in these 2 games.
Pass attempt out in front, steered away by Dushenko. Trying to send this one in, blocked away, and now it will be Stevenson coming back with it. They'll send this one into the Manhattanville end, and they'll have a line change. Under a minute to go in 4-on-4 hockey. Lippa, pass this one back to Garbanius, now up the ice. Artfeld will have it. He'll put this one on net. Dushenko with the save. Now played up, and now it'll be Stevenson looking to try to get some offense going. As McNamara trying to dance around the Manhattanville defense, but the Valiants not falling for that one, as able to come up with the puck.
We've seen Nicole Mentze on the women's side do that so many times and get away with it in the women's games, with the Manhattanville defense not falling for that deke move there.
Anderson able to deflect this one into the Stevenson zone. Dushenko clears this one all the way into the Manhattanville end as Phil Dinner will be there to collect it as the final seconds tick off on the 4-on-4 hockey. And both teams will be back to full strength as Manhattanville enter the zone. Dushenko Plays this one along the boards, and now Stevenson turns it over. Kept in the zone by Slade. Stevenson now able to get it out, and here come the Mustangs. Sarchek playing this one ahead. Bryant's now playing this one off the boards, out of the zone. Over to Evans, and Evans try and dump this one in, cut off though. Bryant's with a clear attempt, and now a shot attempt from the red line as Fever covers that one up. As Bowen put that one on net, and the officials delaying the whistle, and Fever then just able to pass it off, and now sent back into the Stevenson end as Manhattanville with a quick line change. Here's Stevenson with it. Here's a shot attempt, and Fever able to collect the save on that one.
Good opportunity there for Davis. Got around the defense and sent it backhand on net, and the rebound was nearly put home. Just a good job by Fever, somehow corralling back to the right and making the save.
The women's hockey team just arrived here at Playland Ice Casino. They had a big tie against St. Anselm today, 2-2 the final on that one, as they look to contend for the top seed in the NEHC, just a point away from Norwich, who fell tonight to Holy Cross. So we got two teams that are competing for top spots in their respective conferences.
Yeah, 1 point away from the top spot, which is even more important on the women's side, as we have another penalty coming up here against Stevenson. For the women, top seed will host the semifinals and the championship round, so Manhattanville, if they hang on for the 2 seed, will host the quarterfinals here at Playland Ice Casino. If they're able to somehow get that top spot, the entire tournament would theoretically run through Rye.
Giants going back on the power play after the boarding call against the Mustangs. As it'll be number 12 board. So Giants back on the power play. As you mentioned, they're 1 of 5 tonight. Here's Garbenas with it. Pass this one along to Waltott. Waltott going to play it ahead, chipped out of the zone by the Mustangs, and Tyler Fever will wait behind the net, and he'll play this one for Garbenas, who will look to restart the rush. Up to Stephen Gall. Gall with speed, trying to split the defense. Now over to Berglund. Played back to the point, but Vines unable to handle that pass, and this one will skate all the way into the Manhattanville zone. Fever passing this one all the way up to the opposite blue line to Berglund. It's Tyler Fever looking for an assist here tonight, but puck will be turned over.
Like we said, Fever's not one to be outdone. Dashenko did that, and he picked up an assist. Fever will take the opportunity if it's given to him.
Brenza playing this one ahead, and now Tanner Hicks will have it. Over to Dinner, back to Hicks. As Giants might have got away with that one, as Stevenson player tripping up on the stick of the Manhattanville defenseman, but no call.
Yeah, Garbenas with just a little bit of the pick play you see so often, kind of like a football play there, trying to free up some space without drawing a penalty, and you got away with one there.
Here's Platt with a shot attempt. Big save there by Dushenko, as Platt looking for his 5th consecutive game with a goal. Great job there by Matt Lippa as he just laid that one off for Platt, and Platt with an excellent shot, but a big save by the freshman. Ten seconds to go in the power play. Unable to clear. Manhattanville with it. Pass attempted. Whiff shot on that one, and that will do for the Valiant power play. Manhattanville, though, still with it. Arfeld will have it. His shot attempt blocked away. Trying to clear this one off the boards. Out of the zone momentarily, kept back in by Arfeld, and now the Valiants with a full 5-man line change. Stevenson looking to try to take advantage of that once they dump it into the Manhattanville zone. Played up to Adam Platt. Platt dumps this one in. Lapato with it. Skating around the net. And we'll get a whistle as it looks like the net came loose. As you've seen, both nets have been not sticking too well to the ice here tonight. Multiple times the nets have come off their moorings, and one of them cost Stevenson a goal. Capato will take the draw for Manhattanville. Face-off is won by Stevenson. Stevenson back with a cutoff is now Tyler Fever playing this one up and out of the zone. And that'll send Dushenko up to play this one. Fever, as we mentioned about every night, guy that's not afraid to clear it out of the zones. We're going to get a delayed penalty coming up against Manhattanville. Now the whistle will come.
Interference coming up against Manhattanville, and you got to imagine that came somewhere down in the area of where Tyler Fever came out to play that puck. I'm not sure if the Valiant defender got in the way or not.
There's a play right in the neutral zone where Axel Walcott cut off the Stevenson player and getting a little bit too much of the staying skater. So that's what drew the call. So Mustangs back on the power play. They're 1 for 6 tonight. As both these penalty kills have been called upon here in bunch tonight. As this one will be cleared the length of the ice. Dushenko passing this one off. 15 seconds gone in the Walcott penalty.
Big save by Fever there right off the face-off as Watt somehow got the puck past the Valiant defender and had an opportunity.
Shorthanded chance up for Tyler, or Adam Platt, he is able to get it to Nigel Slade, and Slade putting that one on net, but a big save by Dushenko. And this penalty kill unit is very dangerous on the offensive end. We saw Adam Platt score last night. There's been quite a few opportunities for this penalty kill unit on the offensive end as well. Platt to take the face-off. Looking to continue to wreak havoc on this Mustang defense. 5 goals in 2 games against Stevenson. And what a way to end your home regular season career with a hat trick here at Playland Ice Casino. Brenza enters the zone. He's tripped up on that one. Stevenson bench calling for a penalty, but just a good clean hit there by the Valiants.
Yeah, another player there. Doesn't see much time on the ice, but making the most of it there. Arfelt laying out the hit on Stevenson.
Mustangs enter the zone. Still really haven't got anything going on this power play opportunity, as this one will be cleared back out by Manhattanville.
Stevenson just having all kinds of trouble trying to get this puck out of the defensive end and get it up in the offensive zone.
30 seconds remain in the Walcott interference penalty. As this shot attempt blocked away and cleared once again back out. Manhattanville doing an excellent job here on the penalty kill. Giants with the line change. Mustangs going to try to take advantage of it, but Fever with the save.
I believe that was the first shot they were able to get off on the power play there.
Under 12 to go here in the third period. A 2-goal lead for Manhattanville.
And we mentioned that Utica-Hobart game. Utica just taking the lead over Hobart 3-2. And that would put Manhattanville into the number 2 spot in the standings if Manhattanville's able to hold on here tonight.
That would be big because Hobart does have a game in hand. The Giants will face off against Hobart before the season ends, as they'll travel there Friday night for a big conference matchup against nationally ranked Hobart.
Yeah, 2 nationally ranked opponents still on the schedule for Manhattanville as they take on Hobart and Newman in their last 4 games.
Face off, one back to the point. Over to Rose. Rose, his shot attempt, and he'll shoot and score. as Doug Rose, the Newman transfer, buries it in the back of the net for his third of the season. And a big power play goal by Newman cuts the deficit back down to 1.
Not sure if Mike Davis may have gotten a piece of that one in front of the net or not. But either way, a puck going towards the left post. Fever just unable to get the blocker out there and stop it. And like you said, a 1-goal game. And now we head back into the situation we've seen so many times here at Playland, a 1-goal game late in the third period. And we'll see down the line now if Stevenson, well, not if, but when Stevenson pulls their goalie, if this score holds up for the next few minutes. And big thing to take into consideration is Stevenson used their timeout early on in this contest, so they will be out without a timeout the rest of the way.
And this is a big game for both teams. As we mentioned, if that score stands up between Hobart and Utica, Manhattanville will move into sole possession of second place, and Stevenson battling for their playoff lives, currently holding on to the last spot in the ECAC West up on Elmira. So 4-3 the score after Doug Rose will get the official call. And it will be Mike Davis who will get credit for the goal. Rose gets credit for the assist as Davis was able to redirect that one in front of the net. So Rose now with 11 assists on the season. Those were 2 players we told you to watch out for tonight, and both of them proving us right on players to watch. Davis with 2 goals. He now leads the team with 10. Now Rose with an assist. Icing will be called against Stevenson as the Valiants are just able to beat the Mustangs down the ice. So we'll skate back to Stevenson's end here for the offensive zone faceoff.
And Elmira taking on Nazareth tonight. Elmira tied with Nazareth here in the third period, 1-1. Keep an eye on that one, see who's able to come out on top over there as well, and see how that affects the end of this game as well.
This one kept in the zone by Manhattanville. So we just play this one past the end line and around the boards. Now cleared out. As Arfeld's checked off the puck, here's Brenza with a Brenza shot attempt. As that one will be covered up. We approach 10 minutes to go here in the third. Stevenson back within 1 goal after Davis netting his second of the night. So each team with a skater with 2 goals, Davis with 2, and Adam Platt with 2. Axel Waltott still leading all point scorers with 3 assists here tonight for the sophomore suite. Marshall able to keep this one, pass out in front, off the mark. Manhattanville keeps this one in the zone. Marshall plays this one behind the end line. Berglund with it. Berglund centering pass. Unable to find anyone. Wow, spins and turns. Rebound opportunity. Puck out in front. Puck loose. And Stevenson will clear it out of immediate danger. Giants picking up the pressure on the forecheck, and now the Mustangs are finally able to clear it out of the zone. Here's shot attempt from the blue line, and Fever will cover this one up and hold play with 9:49 to go in the third. Giants will have this one. Went for the cross-ice pass was Arfeld, but it's off the mark, and it's going to be icing called against the Valiants, as he was looking for Brian Platt. Fortunately for Manhattanville, a fresh line change, so no real tired legs out there. Ripley to take the draw against Nigel Slade, and Ripley will win that one. played ahead towards Beck's way. And it'll be another icing as Beck was unable to play that one as the pass was off the mark, so we're going to get a line change for the Stangs. Face-off coming in the Manhattanville zone after the icing call. Up to Brian Platt. Platt taken down to the ice. And we're going to get offsides called.
Fans of Manhattanville Hockey would like to thank Metro Team Outfitters for supplying all the Valley Hockey gear this season. From official uniforms,
Excuse me, the puck went out of play.
Metro Team Outfitters does it all.
So face-off will take place at center ice. Valiant's finally able to get some fresh skaters after 2 consecutive icing calls. And they're sending their top offensive line out there of Anderson, Lipa, and Gall. Lipa with 2 consecutive games with a goal. And Anderson, in his last 7 games, 6 points for the sophomore. He's finally getting things going here in his 2nd season for the Valiants. Multi-line passes. Stephen Gall will have this one. He'll chip it ahead. Stevenson brings it back out. Mustangs with it. There's going to be shot attempt. Kick save by Fever, and I don't know how Stevenson did not put that on the back of the net. A wide open opportunity, but a big break there for Manhattanville.
Bowen had a wide open net. There was no way that Fever was going to be able to stop a shot unless he missed right, and he just missed everything, and unfortunate for Stevenson, but luckily Manhattanville stays on top here by a goal.
Fever was able to get the initial kick save on Swingle. As once again, Stevenson back on. This pass attempt blocked away by the Valiants. They'll try to clear this one out of the zone. Kept in though. It's going to be another exciting game here at Playland Ice Casino. It's been exciting all season here, and hopefully we're going to have a few more hockey games to broadcast between the men's and women's qualifying for their conference tournaments. Here's shot attempt, this one off the mark. And now Manhattanville having, they'll bring this one up the ice, and it's Adam Platt. Platt with it, his one-timer attempt blocked away by a Stevenson player. And the player is down on the ice as he took that one right to the midsection. And Platt put a lot of swing on that puck. The Stevenson player is still slow to get up.
Yeah, Evan Williams showing some serious unselfish play. Took that one right off the left leg, and obviously as a defender, that's the situation you put yourself in so many times, and unfortunate for him to just find a spot with some soft padding, it looks like, and a great defensive play, but he's going to pay the price for that one.
Yeah, Platt didn't take anything off that shot attempt as he was looking for his 3rd goal and try to give some breathing room for Manhattanville. Under 8 to go here in the 3rd period. 4-3 the score. Face-off won by Marshall. Played behind the net. Marshall looking to try to pass this one off. Puck tied up along the boards behind the end line. Now the Valiants will play it back out to Waltop. Waltop, cross-ice pass. Here's a shot attempt and a save made by Dushenko. Offensive zone draw coming up for Manhattanville. Pato will take the draw for the Valiants. It'll be controlled by Manhattanville. Here's a tough angle shot as Dushenko is able to cover that one up. Dearson trying to get that one past Dushenko on the far post, but good job by the freshman netminder covering up that post. Face-off controlled by the Mustangs. Kept in the zone, though, by Walcott. Played behind to Lapato. Lapato skates on front, pass it to Walcott. Walcott looking to try to pass this one along the boards. Deflected out of play. I'm going to say Stevenson was the last one to touch it, so face-off will stay in the Mustang zone.
Casper Dearson giving the referee an earful here out at center ice. He's claiming that one of the bench players was reaching out and actually deflected that one into the bench themselves, but that argument's going to fall on deaf ears as you're not going to get a call too often arguing with the referee.
5 new skaters on the ice for the Valiants. As this one will be played up and out of the zone. Tanner Hicks racing for this one. Icing, though, canceled by Stevenson. As now the Valiants will bring it back out. Here's Jeff Beck. Beck with 1 goal, looking for his second. This shot, though, well wide of the net as he was pressured by a Stevenson defender. Brian Platt passing this one along to Garbenas. Garbenas pass out front. Beck, Platt unable to put that one in. A big save by Dushenko. Beck sent to the ice. Manhattanville looking to go back on the attack. Brian Platt with another golden opportunity. A great pass by Timmy Garbenas. Unable to get it to go, though, was the sophomore. 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Stevenson on the rush, looking to try to get past the Manhattanville defense, and this puck will skate all the way to Fever, and he'll just cover it up. So both teams with golden opportunities here in this period, but just unable to get anything to goal. As Bowen, we mentioned, had that wide open net, but missed everything, and on that last series, Brian Platt on the near post, but Dushenko able to skate over and collect the save. Face-off 1, back to Rose. Rose chips this one ahead, and it will go out of play off the netting. So that one was not touched by any Valiant players, so the face-off will take place outside the Manhattanville defensive zone. And now they're going to say that apparently a Valiant player did deflect it, so it will stay in the Manhattanville zone. It looked like Rose was the only one that touched that puck. Under 6 to go here in the third period. A 1-goal lead for the Valiants. Manhattanville have it as it's Tegan Waugh with speed. Waugh past the end line. Pass this one behind to Dinner. Now Stevenson with it. We'll dump this one into the Manhattanville end where Tyler Fever will lay this one off for Phil Dinner. Dinner looking to play this one ahead. Now Stephen Gall will have it. And now we're going to get icing called against Manhattanville as Gall looked for Marshall on that one, but unable to connect on the pass. As we approach 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Giants clinging to a 1-goal lead. Stevenson has scored 3 of the last 4 goals. Time back in this contest. Marshall with it. Gonna try to clear this one out of the zone, unable to. Puck out in front, now the Valiants will have it. Cleared out by Waugh. Now dump back in. Kept in the zone by the Mustangs. Valiants able to get it out. And now Corey Anderson will have it. Anderson with as Anderson's taken down. No call by the officials though. As it looked like the sophomore was just drugged down by the Stevenson defense, no whistle there. As this shot attempt, rebound opportunity, backhander, and they're going to say that one went in the net before the net came loose. So Stevenson has tied it up as they're able to score on the rebound opportunity.
Another big call coming up in this one. We'll see if they take any time to conference about this one, as that net came off almost simultaneously as the goal was scored. Another big call coming up in this contest.
It doesn't appear there's going to be any conference initially, as a rebound was laid out there for Stevenson, and they're able to get it going no matter, and the goal will count for the score. So we knew it was going to be an exciting contest in Manhattanville, trying to now retake the lead.
Yeah, and this outcome now becomes even more important because Utica held on to beat Hobart 3-2. So Hobart will remain at 14 points. Manhattanville, 2 points here, put them in sole possession of second place, and 4 points back with 4 games to go as they try to take home the #1 seed and have the ECAC championship come through Rye, as it looks like it will not go through Hobart for the first time in a while.
Icing called against Stevenson, so big face-off coming up. 3:44 to go here in the third period. Face-off won by the Valiants. Turned over though. McMiniman with the game-tying goal for Stevenson. Valiants looking for the victory here on senior night and alumni day. This pass out in front, loose puck, but unable to get a shot off was Stevenson. Now Nolan Marshall passed this one towards Tegan Waugh.
Looks like the Valiants came into the zone offsides, delayed offsides, as Marshall touched up the puck there in the offensive end.
As we approach 3 minutes to go here in the third. Valiants with it in their own zone. Big check there along the boards as Slade will have it. Slade plays this one off towards Brian Platt. Platt skates out now in front. To pass this one back behind to Slade. Slade now over to Beck. Beck has it, plays it back behind, as now Brian Platt will have a lot of contact there between both players. No call though. This one will be cleared back out by the Mustangs. And now we're going to get icing called against Manhattanville. So some tired legs going to be on the ice for the Valiants. See if head coach Arlen Marshall takes his time out here, because this is going to be a big face-off coming up with 2:17 to go in the third.
Looks like he's going to just let this one ride out and trust Lopato to win this face-off.
Lopato able to win that one. Played ahead up towards Beck, but turned over, dumped back in. Valiants were able to quickly get a few new skaters on the ice before Stevenson could try to strike. Otto and Brenza do battle here in this face-off. There'll be advantage Lopato on that one. Over to Dearson. Dearson trying to clear this one out. Kept in the zone. This shot attempt blocked by Fever. Rebound opportunity. Wide open net. Great job by the Valiant defense to stay in front of the shooting lane.
What a play by Dinner to get a stick on that one. Another wide open net, and it looked like they were going to capitalize, but Fever getting a stick to it and just out-muscling the forward there to get that puck away from the crease.
Kept in the zone still, and a big check there, and it looks like the Valiants were going to be called for icing, but the puck played before it got to the end line. And again, Stevenson laying out some hits on the Valiants as they continue to apply the pressure. Manhattanville looking to make them pay. Yushchenko comes out of the net. And now the Mustangs will bring this one out of the zone. Dumped back in by Manhattanville as we approach 1 minute to go in the third period. And another check there on Tegan Waugh right in front of the net. Under a minute to go.
Looked like that could have been an elbow on Waugh, but no call. Whistle silent.
Puck turned over. Valiants able to keep this one in the zone, though. Valiants picking up the pressure on the forward check, looking for the potential game-winning goal, and they'll get it! What an absolute snipe from the point as Manhattanville takes the lead with 36 seconds to go.
Oscar Arfelt, we talked about making the most of your minutes. Finally getting some time on the ice tonight, and it looks like he may have just potted the game-winning goal. What a play by Oscar Arfelt.
The sophomore Swede playing a huge role here tonight for Manhattanville as he gets the goal, his second of the night. So big face-off coming up here. If Manhattanville can win it, they can definitely chew up some more time, and that's what Nigel Slade will do. Slade now with it. 5 for the score. As now we got whistle and some extracurricular activity after the play.
Manhattanville needs to be careful. I believe this first one's coming up against Stevenson. I'm not sure what happened to one of the linesmen here. I'm not sure if he got hit by a puck or a player, but he's in some obvious discomfort as well. And one of the Stevenson players is going to be ejected from this game as he's heading to the locker room. So some multiple penalties look like they're going to be coming up here. We'll see how things get straightened out. And now I don't know what is going on across the ice. Now we have a confrontation between a player and an official. Now Stevenson players going at it with each other.
Get that on camera.
And now some frustration as the stick is going to be snapped across the bleachers. And hey, you said it earlier, Tyson, expect the unexpected here at Playland.
So now, once again, the Stevenson coach is back on top of the boards, folks. Chaos here at Playland Ice Casino.
I think Dawes was just tossed as well. Second time he's been up on top of the boards, and the official pointing to the locker room. I believe Dawes may have just gotten himself tossed as well.
An update on that official as head athletic trainer Scotty Mack escorting him to the locker room as well, so don't know how the official got tangled up. 30 seconds to go. Manhattanville with a 1-goal lead.
And as we get things straightened out, we got a little contest going on here as Fever and Dushenko are playing the puck down the ice and back to each other. A little skills contest, and now the no fun zone comes into play at center ice as the Stevenson players break that one up, and now we need to be careful as now words are exchanged. Just a little bit of fun going on between the two goaltenders, and things are slowly, by slowly I mean quickly, getting out of hand here with 30 seconds to go.
McNamara receives a 5-minute major and disqualification for boarding, and another 2-minute misconduct. So Manhattanville will be on the power play to end the game.
And now Dawes will make the long walk over to the visiting locker room where he's going to be met by McNamara. So both of them ejected from this game. And I'm not sure how this works for a coaching staff. I know a disqualification for a player is an automatic suspension. Not positive, but that may affect Stevenson in the next game. Not sure if Dawes will be allowed on the bench or not.
So Valiants will be on the power play up by 1. And it'll be a 5-on-3, so just not the call you want for Stevenson. You already trail with short time, and now you got to try to do things with 2 men off the ice to try to basically get a miraculous game-tying goal. And it looks like head coach is going to be taken by Arlen Marshall. And Casey, I'm going to have to say this is a smart play by head coach Arlen Marshall. Make sure you talk to your players, tell them, hey, don't do anything stupid. If there's something after the play, just, you know, let it go, skate away from the play, and don't do anything that could jeopardize not only tonight, but more importantly, the next game. And it's going to be a big one against Hobart, nationally ranked Statesman, following tonight to Utica. I'm sure Hobart's going to be pumped and amped, ready for that game, as Manhattanville defeated them earlier this year 5-3.
A couple of huge games down the stretch here. 3 games to go for Manhattanville, all of them on the road. All of them are going to be huge contests. And coming off of 2 big wins, exciting wins here at home to close out their homestand. Both of them not necessarily coming from behind, but giving up a big lead and coming back and scoring the game-winning goal late. They've got a ton of momentum going in their favor. They've got a lot of emotion in their favor. And a lot of big games coming up here to try to finalize the playoff seeding.
Stevenson with the win, as now Manhattanville shot attempt blocked away, and Stevenson just forced to try to send as many people as they can towards the net, as they only got essentially 1 defenseman back, as he's looking to try for a long outlet pass, unable to get anything going. Just not the situation we want to see, as now Berglund will have it. He'll pass this one off to the side. Final seconds tick off the clock, and that will do it. 5-4 victory for Manhattanville tonight against Stevenson. A big victory for the Valiants, as they're able to hold off the rush from the Mustangs to collect a big conference victory, and they take sole possession of 2nd place in the ECAC West. And both teams shaking hands after the game, showing their sign of sportsmanship. Hockey's an intense game, folks, as I'm sure many of the alumni that are here know that emotions can get in the way and, you know, make you do maybe some stupid plays, but both teams at the end, you know, showing the respect for each other as Manhattanville collects the 5-4 victory against Stevenson. And a big salute by the Valiants to the home faithful, the alumni, and more importantly, the seniors, as they're going to end at least their regular season home career with the victory. So big win for the Valiants as they move to 12-9-1. They won 4 of their last 5 contests, and they're now 8-3 in ECAC West play, while Stevenson drops to 9-11-2, 4-7-1 in ECAC play. As we take a look at the final stats here tonight in the victory for Manhattanville. Valiants outshoot Stevenson 38-30 power plays. Valiants were 1 for 7. Stevenson 2 of 7. Manhattanville's Adam Platt with 2 goals, along with Oscar Artfeld, 2 goals tonight, including the game-winning goal. Axel Walcott, 3 assists as well. Mike Davis with 2 goals to lead Stevenson tonight. So that'll do it from Playland Ice Casino as Manhattanville defeats Stevenson for the 5-4 victory. We thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of Manhattanville College men's hockey and all season for Manhattanville College hockey. Make sure you stay tuned on Wednesday when both basketball teams will be in action in big conference matchup against Delaware Valley. And next time we'll be at Playland Ice Casino will be on Friday when the women's team welcomes Nichols to Playland Ice Casino. For Casey Shermick, this is Tyson Nagler signing out. We remind you to go to GoVines.com to check out the story, stats, and highlight video from tonight's 5-4 victory. For GoVines.tv, this is Tyson Nagler signing out. Manhattanville defeats Stevenson 5-4. Thanks for joining us, folks, and have a great night.
So much going on. I don't